What is up, peeps? This is For The Win TCG, and I'd like to welcome you back to another YouTube video. And today, we have a pretty interesting deck, to say the least. It is Baby Zygarde, the Dragon-type variant. Now, looking at this card at face value, it's not particularly good, and, well, I agree with you. But if we start combining it with the likes of, well, Malamar, Altaria, Kukui, start buffing its damage, Shrine of Punishment, the Land Crush attack can be quite good, and with Zygarde being a basic Pokemon with 150 HP, that is a pretty good recipe for a decent attacker. So, I thought we could just try it out and see how this deck kind of matches up in the current meta. Obviously, its biggest downfall being Gardevoir, which is starting to take a rise, with, well, Tag Team being so dominant in the format and usually requiring a high energy count. Gardevoir is the best, if not, well, yeah, I think the best Pokemon to kind of deal with that. Thinking of it from the top of my head. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But with that said, this deck fares very well against Tag Team GXs. And also fares well against non-GX decks, because non-GX decks don't usually look to hit a number as big as 150 unless they're going to be hitting a GX Pokemon. So, this should pan out very well just looking at the base information. Now, I initially was playing this deck with Jirachi, but it just wasn't working out for some reason. I think we just wasn't getting the cards we need. And this deck seems to thin its hand down very easily. We have Mysterious Treasure, we have Nest Balls, which are quite thinnable. We have Ultra Balls, we have Switches. These are cards that we can just play from our hand pretty much at any point. Other than Nest Ball, if you've got a full bench, you can't, obviously. So they're usually not dead cards throughout most of the game. And that's what Oranguru loves. So with that said, I thought, okay, maybe Oranguru would be better off in this deck. So I've thrown Oranguru in instead. So that's kind of the philosophy there. Let's hope we hit a decent E off this Energy Lotto, because for some reason in this deck, I was about to say hitting a decent E is not easy. So there we go, it's paid off. I'm just going to go for a Cynthia here, and fingers crossed we hit a Ditto or a Swablu. We don't, but we do have Judge's Whistle. We can, if we want to, really capitalize and try and find something off that Judge Whistle, but in all honesty, I think I'm just okay with where I am. So we're partnering something, as I said, with Altaria. We have a bit of a weird layout for Altaria. It's just something I wanted to try out and see how it functions. But we have one Swablu Ditto Prism Star for either Altaria or Malamar. And we have Lance Prism Star, which can work very well. And then we play 3 Altarias. So the idea behind this, which is also, it's a bit all over the place, but usually we're going to get 2 Altarias out, okay, in a game. So, and that's usually the maximum, unless we play Lance Prism Star. Lance Prism Star, if we have that turn where we can get, if let's say we have 1 Altaria out, an extra 2 out if we have the space in our bench. So it can just really work out and be that one pop-off move. So that's why I've included 3, just for that Lance Prism Star turn. Now, obviously, you're not going to find that in most games, now that I think about it, but it's a bit of fun, and I always want a bit of fun in my decks. I always want something a bit different, even if it is somewhat detrimental. So let's just try it out and see how it goes. Fingers crossed it goes well. I'm going to be cautious on the buff pad. I mean, I think buff padding can be really good, actually, against that Venusaur. So I think that's what we're going to do, because Venusaur can one-shot this Zygarde, and we don't want that. So yeah, let's stick with that. So we only are hitting just a very weak 110 with just our raw damage and a Choice Band. But, well, Altaria, Shrine of Punishment will come into play. And we'll see how that works. Oh, they baited us. They baited us. Yikes. That's bad. That's really bad. I just got to attach an energy and, oh, wow. They're going to go for the Psychic Poison. Maybe they just don't have the attack to do it. No, they just don't have it. Okay. All right. In that sense, if we find the right stuff, we could get out of this little sticky spot. I mean, hopefully we do. Let's see if we can. Let's go for a Lily and see how that pans out. We don't have a Swablu, so we can get another Altaria down. That's really good. But we just not got our evolutions out. So we have to go on a coin flip here, which is a bit of a yikes. But we're gonna risk it for a biscuit. Flip the heads. Yeah, good stuff. So we're hitting it for 110. This doesn't look like the type of Venusaur deck that's going to heal itself. Judging by this so far. Next, just going to start throwing Shamans out and start healing itself. Hopefully not. But it doesn't look like the type of deck that's going to be doing that. So, fingers crossed. Ah, yes. It wasn't the Venusaur I was thinking. I think they were really banking on us not hitting the heads there. But that win was not because of us. That win was because they were dead drawing. They only had like 2 or 3 cards in their hand, and it just wasn't happening. We are playing a little bit of a Judge engine as well for fun. We're playing the 1 Judge and then the Judge's Whistle. I really like Judge's Whistle because it has really good utility. You can just draw a card if you don't have a Judge in a discard pile, or if you really need a Judge in the moment, you can kind of fish that out. And it works pretty well with Ninetales, actually, thinking about it, if you really need a judge. So, hey, that's something pretty interesting to think about. So I thought we'd just try it out and at least, again, mix things up. Because I don't want every deck to be exactly the same all the time, even if the deck would be a bit better. I just like to mix it up every now and then. So if you don't think it's a good idea and you think it'd be better off with just better draw supporters or anything down that line, then, you know, by all means, you don't have to stick with this route. Putting a Zygarde is usually the best thing to do because we can, for the first one, usually manually attach our way to attacking, especially if we go first. So that's fine. Are we playing Bercephalon or are we playing Charizard? What are we up against here? I'm kind of interested. I want to see what's going on. I'm really interested to see how this is working out. But, well, this person already has up. We can find out. Ah, they got the mulligans. All right, Cynthia's pretty good on the start. Playing Ho-Oh. Ooh, cool. Okay, it's really good that we are going first because they don't get their turn 1 Kiawe, which would be so dreadful to come up against. Oh, yeah, Shot of Punishment, DCE. This is sweet. Hopefully they bench a lot of Pokemon, which I know this deck isn't really, well, fond of, but hopefully they do because we could use that Erica to our advantage. So I'm hoping they bench stuff. But if they go for Kiawe here, which is usually the plan in a Ho-Oh deck, it gives us a turn to attack, although we will probably be knocked out, unless we find buff padding, which we do play in this deck. So, if we do find some buff padding, then we would be able to survive a hit from Ho-Oh, which is not something you usually get from a basic non-GX Pokemon. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Alright, they're starting to bench, and that's good. At least we are going to get 3 of this Erica, which is not the best. It's just a how, but better than nothing. Unless our top deck is something to shout. Okay, so they are going to go for the Kiawe, which is great for us because we can, yeah, we can get things going. And the Wishful Baton. Yeah, this is all typical of Ho-Oh. They've got to remove the weakness as well, so Shrine is not going to be, yikes. Yeah, this is all typical of Ho-Oh. So usually the way to work around this is to just do some Guzma plays, but I kind of just want to attack it. And just hit into it for the time being. Let's just, yeah, I think we just have to do that for now. Let's Erica first before we play any other cards to see what we get. Okay, we got the Altaria. That's sweet. And I think we're going to hold on to this escape ball because we might need to Ultra Ball away that next turn. Ultra Ball that away, sorry, next turn for another Zygarde because this Zygarde is going to go down. We're hiring it for 120, which is, sorry, 120. 110 with the Shrine. Yeah, I think that's the best possible. Unless we be super greedy and just get another Zygarde down for preparation. Next turn to give us some extra Oranguru pulls now. That could really work. Just for the pulls. Just to get a bit more of Oranguru. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm not really doing it to get the Zygarde because we can get it out any turn. But just so we can get a few extra pulls off the Oranguru. And to start to thin our deck a little bit. Increase the odds of top deck and stuff we need. I think that, although we're discarding some pretty heavy cards there, I mean, that's kind of annoying. But I'm going to go and, we play Rescue Stretcher, so I'm going to go get a Malamar out. Just to make things so much more achievable. Next turn. So next turn, if this thing goes down, we don't really need anything. We have everything in our hand ready to go for another attack. So I think that was the right play. Getting a Malamar out now as well. So with that said, I was kind of hoping that we could go for a bit of a scenario where Shrine takes out the Ho-Oh because then Wishful Baton won't activate. But I think that's not possible now unless we start to go for a weird scenario where we attack a Voltaria. But that feels bad. I don't like that idea at all. But I just don't want that Wishful Baton activating because that's what they're really relying on. Because they want that Turtonator to come up and start wrecking. And then they're going to get, yeah, the Salazzle. So Salazzle's the big boy. Salazzle's the one we really got to worry about. All right, let's see what we get off this top deck before we decide anything else. Let's think. Judge Whistle. I guess we could just play that for the pool for now. See what else we pull. We actually pull a Judge. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I think we are just going to get the KO with Zygarde this turn. That's what I'm thinking. We need to get a Guzma on that Salandit, because that's going to be a real problem later on. Let's go for Oranguru. I think Judge might just be the way we're going to go. Oh, no. Lily would be way better. We really need to get an escape board. So I'm going to bench this Inkay just for the extra draw. We need an escape board or a way to retreat, which we don't have. Oh, buddy. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, at least that Ho-Oh is just going to sit there and take some damage, which is kind of good. If we find a Guzman, we can definitely take out that Salandit or take out the Turtonator, depending on what we see to be the most or the biggest threat at the time. I mean, Salandit's not, or Salazzle GX is not a big threat right now because they've only taken, well, one prize. So they have to go for a Guzman retreat here with that Lele to be able to really capitalize. But at that point, they need a field blow as well because we've put the buff padding on our Zygarde. We're 200 HP, which is not a KO for Ho-Oh. So, again, that's why I wanted to play Zygarde. We're a basic Pokemon that is now at 200 HP. Yikes. That's so cool. And I think they might just go for the Sacred Fire because they're not going to want to retreat if they don't have a switch or if they don't have a Guzma, which I'm assuming they're going to get now. They're going to get a Guzma now? Oh, that Onix is kind of a cool idea. I like that. I like that. Actually, that's a really good idea. Start off with an Onix, go for a Kiawe, and just take out a Pikarom like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. In that case, Onix might fit in this deck, actually, just as a counter to Pikarom. That'd be pretty interesting. Now that I think about it, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think they're gonna go for the Sacred Fire, probably on the Inkay. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't make too much of a difference. They're still KOing pretty much anything except the Oranguru and the Zygarde. Okay, we got the switch away, which is good. But I kind of want to I want a Guzma play. I don't want that thing to get taken down by an attack. But then we don't have Shrine. Oh, they come for the quit. Oh, buddy. Oh, but they knew they got KO'd. But, buddy, they had a chance to win. That wasn't it. All right, we'll go for another one. This is, again, PTCGO in a nutshell, right? Just everybody quitting. But that happens sometimes. But yeah, I kind of like this deck. It's really fun. And, well, you're seeing it already. It can cause a bit of stress for your opponent who's looking to hit big numbers, take loads of prizes, and we're sitting here like, one, you're not knocking me out, and two, if you do, you're only taking one prize card. So good luck. You could go even the extra mile, not to say that this is the best idea, and place a Ginger. Just be like, look, I'm a big HP Pokemon. If you knock me out, you're not even taking a prize. That would just be trolling at that point, wouldn't it? That would just be a troll deck. That'd be a complete meme deck. I think it'd be a bit clunky though, to say the least. This is already stretching when it comes to clunkiness. So, why every single time on my first turn I get an Erica? Like, that's the worst, depending on what your opponent does, the worst turn one draw supporter. Obviously, if they throw out a full bench, which is so rare unless you're playing like Zoroark. Yeah, Erica's not going to be that good. So please be a Zoroark deck, because that would be fun. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, but again, this deck, it has to set up to be a two-shotter, which is kind of rough, really. Because on its own, it's not two-shotting. In fact, it's usually three-shotting, which is kind of bad. So getting a Shrine and an Altaria out, or a Choice Band and a Shrine, or a Choice Band on Altaria, really makes it that kind of two-shotting tank of a deck. But up until then, it's a three-shotting deck, which is not good. So we need to really focus. Oh, I can't play Erica like that, man. I can't. Honestly, it's better that I just pass. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, Erica. I won't mistreat you. I won't do that, man. I'm not going to do that. We are not going to just drop an Erica for one. That is just... Oh, my God. That is the same as a Judge Whistle. No. No, it's not going to happen. Sorry, my big shadow. Big hand. Man, I sound like a... sound like a Neanderthal there. Big shadow, big hand. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, Pikarom. Okay. Maybe I should have added that Onix that I said a second ago would be really good. Yeah, that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would have been. But no, you just had to press play. Right. Okay, that's one bench. So hopefully they get some other stuff down as well. But buff padding works very well against Pikarom as well, because Pikarom hits base 150, which is our, well, HP, obviously. So stopping them from getting a one-hit KO on us, or at least making them use 2 Electro Powers to get a KO on us, is just really good. There's a lot of use of resources, so it kind of works out that way. This is a bit rough. Now that I think about it. Man, they need to get enough Pokemon. Yep, they do. They got this Aura, so they're setting up the way they want to. But we need a bit more juice. We need a Cynthia. We need a Cynthia or something. Not benching like a Swablu or Ditto Prism Star is kind of cause problems because we're not going to get the damage we need against Pikarom. So, oh wow, that's kind of risky. Are they going to pass and just expect that we don't have it? Wow, they're just going to pass and expect that we don't get the DCE, which is quite the play. Okay, we're going to get rid of the Altaria and the Guzma and get ourselves an Oranguru. And then we're going to pull the Oranguru. That would be at least get 4 off the top deck, which is not too bad. Unless we get a Cynthia or a Lily or something. I'm going to get another Erica. Of course, typical. That's just trolling. Why are you trolling me, buddy? Why, man? Why you gotta troll me? And now all they need is a Thunder Mountain and an energy, and then bang, they just whack into us. Which is probably why they promoted that Zekrom. I'm pretty sure they've got it. Because you don't usually go promoting that unless you know you got it. Yeah, and then the Thunder Mountain. Or at least the Lycia. Which I've seen in Pikarom quite a lot as well. Oh, they don't. Okay. At that point, if we get a way to retreat like an escape board, a top deck. Well, no, that would be bad. Because if we top deck an escape board, we ain't getting an energy, so we can't attack. That's a bit rough. That's a little bit rough. But we have to be careful with our shrines. Because I know this deck plays, well, Aether Paradise and Thunder Mountain to deal with shrines. So hopefully they don't take this shrine out so soon. That's kind of my... Lily, okay. So they're gonna... Are they gonna play Lily? Because they do, they're Lilying for 2, which is kind of good. Because that means they're kind of bottling it a little bit. Which is what we want to see. Even though we are also bottling it a lot. Yeah, that's not really good, is it? Let's just see how this goes, man. I just wanna take this thing out right now. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. But it's a bit more of a chess game now, really. Escape rope, huh? You could take my Inkay. I mean, that's like the least valuable card right now. And I'd rather get... If I top deck an energy, they just help me out. Because I just goose with them. Unless they have the Thunder Mountain. And they do. Okay, so they're going to take out the Inkay. Which is a bit scary, actually. Because now we need to bench a Pokemon to stay alive in the game. Yikes. Because if not, they can just go for the Tag Bolt and then take out this and the Oranguru, and then it's game. So, yeah, let's hope that's not the case. Because it'd just be a complete 180 from the games we've had, where it's like they quit, we just get smashed. Which we don't want. There's the full blitz. Ah, yikes. And the smart play would probably be to accelerate to the Zeraora. Just to set up a better board state. But they're going to, yeah. If they got win on the board, looking at the current state of my setup. So I don't blame them for going down that route. But if we get a shrine, we could definitely at least cause a bit more problems. Okay, that's good news. This is a perfect Lance turn. But we just don't have any energy. And we have to, like, super clutch it to get an energy off our Oranguru. Oh. I think we got to play safe and go for Erica and hope we hit an energy. And we don't. Yikes. That's a bit of a yikes. That's a bit of a no from me. Yeah. It's not. We're going to get 2 Orangurus because we need pulls. We need to, like... Jesus, we need to stretch into our deck and find something. See, this is why I got the second. Oh, come on. Just give me an energy, please. Something. Oh, that's game. That's game. That's just game right there. Look. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. This is all kind. This deck is going the opposite way. It's like, it's not finding any energy. It's not getting its Altarias out. The Malamar's not out. Oh, yikes. Oh, no. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You take out the other Zygarde as well? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, sweet lord. Oh, sweet lord. Okay. Let's see how we can climb out of this rabbit hole. There's always a way, okay? When there's a will, there's a way. That's what we're going to do. We're going to find a way. They use their Jex attack now. They've done their little bit of spice. Okay, we're going to Lance Prism Star. We're not even going to care now. Double Altaria. Out you go. Oh. Yikes. Now we need a Malamar and a DCE and a Retreat. Like, what are the odds of all of that? Okay, we got the Malamar. We got the Malamar. We've got the Malamar. And then we need DCE and a way to retreat, which I don't think is going to happen off of 2 top decks. So we need a Switch and a DCE. Come on. No, it's not happening. If they Guzma this thing up, I am just going to die. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. This is just such a bad turnout for the game. I mean, it's typical, isn't it? To have the kind of luck, right, where your opponent just quits 2 times in a row. I mean, you're going to get stomped on, right? PTCGO is just going to look at you and be like, right, you've had too much luck. Time to shut you down. No. Okay, they're going to full blitz. At least it's giving us a chance. Oh, they can just full blitz us again and again and again. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is just very bad. There's no way out of this, really. There is no way. No way out of this one. Okay. Let's go for the Energy Lotto. Let's get the DCE. Sweet, sweet. Now you work, of course. I mean, it only takes me to go down to 2 prizes. You just start doing what I want you to do. Oh, yikes. Oh, feels bad. Feels bad. Let's get an NK down for another Malamar. So at least we can attack with another Zygarde next turn. And we'll land Crush for God knows how much. 130. Is it 150? 150? Hey, that's a pretty bigger number. Sounded like Mario there. That's a pretty bigger number. Okay, let's not try that again, Sean. Let's not try and be Mario. This is bad. If anything, they're just going to retreat and full blitz again, which is bad. But this is the deck set up, and I mean, we're hitting good numbers. It's just set up way too late. Way too late. So that's just a bit of a shame. So maybe a bit more effort in this list by prioritizing the setup rather than prioritizing the outcome. So, for example, throwing in more nest balls and stuff like that just to help with the board state a bit better. I think that might be a better way to go. Considering, although we've won the last 2 games before this one, even then setup was not that great. Wasn't that consistent. So, actually my mind state is that anyway, and I think that's what we got to do. Alright, so this is the way the deck was meant to run. We're supposed to just have Orangurus here and there, and then have an attacker pretty much every turn, which is quite achievable, and then the Shrine of Punishment, and then, yeah, I forgot to Oranguru there. Kukui's here if we needed it. See, this, if we weren't a few prizes down, this would be so good. But it's just, they just got us so good there. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Memes. Yeah, it's game. Well played. Oh my god. We really picked up so well at the end, but it's just too far behind. We fell off too fast at the start. Oh, they're even going to go for the whole... Yeah, there we go. The whole shebang. There it is. You know what? Sometimes this just happens. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Right, let me show you the list. Bit of a sad ending, but we did really challenge these decks. Now, obviously the peak ROM didn't go too well because of the setup, but as we set up, wow, we definitely hit some numbers, 150, hitting that quite well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the Judge Whistle and remove the Judge Engine completely and just focus a bit more on setup. So added some nest balls in there. I think I'm going to add a second Swablu as well. And I think that should be a bit better. So I think that's the way this deck should go. It seems just a bit more streamlined in getting things out. We can go down a choice band and up a buff padding to really help against Pikarom. Or you can go ahead and throw in, well, an Onyx, which, I mean, is not too out there considering, well, Malamar and DCEs. That's not too hard of a thing to achieve. But, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. Nonetheless, it's a suggestion nonetheless. So, with this deck being borderline incomplete, even though I thought it was, it still needs a lot of work, clearly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you would do to this list to make it better if you were to take it on. Obviously, I wouldn't say this is a deck you should take on or should take to a tournament. No way. But if you were to take this on as a challenge, what would you do? With that said, do leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course, do subscribe for more. And up until tomorrow, please do take care, and peace.